Greetings everyone, namaste and welcome to you all. Hey, thanks for joining me. Scorpio, this is your October reading for 2018. And guys, sorry I have been late uploading the videos. I have just been incredibly busy and I'm sure I'm not the only one that has. I think everything is speeding up and we don't seem to have enough time to fit everything in these days. Anyhow, we are doing a Mystic 7 spread for you there with these Morgan Greer cards. I have also done some intuitive work for you in the background before we start the reading. So Scorpio, Archangel Michael came in for you guys. I always think he's lovely when he's around. He gives a very protective energy and also helps with strength. So he will protect and clear any negatives around you, and he's asking you to ask him for support. Use positive words and look to the future for answers and solutions. So if you guys have been stuck in an area of your life and you just can't seem to find what it is you're looking for, and you're going back and round in circles or back to the past, they're saying go to the future, not the past. Also, the colour purple and the third eye chakra area might be helpful for you to tune into. Of course, that's the psychic realm. Scorpios, you're very good at that. But it could be that part of your body that either needs attention or clearing up of any blockages as well. So let's go ahead and do the actual spread with the 7 cards from this deck. And then there will be one more card at the end just for another final message. So Scorpio for October 2017. The first card is your current situation. That's the Queen of Rods. Your second card is your obstacle. The third card is any aspirations. The fourth card is what needs to be awakened. The fifth card is what lies behind you or past influences. The sixth card is the next stage, and the seventh card is what will be. We have 3 queens in your life coming out, and they're in a row. 1, 2, 3. So they're making some sort of energy or, extra strength because of the alignment of them. Now the court cards are slightly more difficult to read in many perspectives because they can either represent people or they can represent situations or energies. So for each and every one of you this could be very different, and I often find with the court cards when we're doing a general reading they tend to sort of you can't give the full dynamics of the whole card. It would take too long, and especially when we've got 3 of them turning up. But it's something for you to think about in your own general life. Could these be people around you? 3 queens, and they're possibly women, and they can also be males, so don't think that that they have to be just female energy, but they can usually be of the slightly mid-age type, mid to older age, so not generally young people. These could be people in your life such as siblings, your own parents or grandparents. They could be work colleagues as well, or friends. So somehow these people may be having an important role to play in your life in October one way or another. But let's go back to the start, and it's your current situation, which is the Queen of Rods. So there is a possibility that she is a main focus of yours at the moment. She is possibly an employer, or she could be a mentor, or she could be a family person like a sister or a brother even who exudes this type of energy. If it is, she could either be there representing you or supporting you or nurturing you, or she's on your mind, or you're spending time together, or there's some sort of communication or project going on, because this is what's happening right now. Now, she's very good at intuition. She's quite good at flair, at bringing things to the surface, at starting projects, at firing things up, because she's the fire sign energy. She's also to do with creativity and passion and zest for life. So if this is what's going on around you at the moment, some of you might be fired up and zesty and passionate. So that you could be passionate about your careers. You might be finding that you're suddenly stimulated about something, or wanting to try a new career or look in a new direction, or some of you might be coming into the career path for the first time. Some of you might be forming new businesses and creating ideas or selling ideas off. So that the whole concept of this card just keeps growing and growing, as I say. And for some of you, it's going to be a person in your life and someone quite close. And for others, it's you activating the passion and the flair and the creativity. So it's a good card to start with because there's a lot of zest, zing, fire, action, motion, movement, all positive, powerful stuff. Usually, as I say, if it happens to be someone around you who's sort of overdoing their side of things and pushing that, fire sign energy in your face, you might find it a bit confrontational. But that's a different dynamic again. And as I say, I'm not going to go into every single one. So let's have a look at the second card, which was the obstacles, and it's the 10 of Cups. So given that the 10 of Cups normally is such a happy card and such a supportive and nurturing and loving and partnerships and, feeling trust and happiness, and it's your obstacle. So it's kind of saying that there's a problem here. Now it could be with this Queen of Rods. So some of you might have a fire sign partner in life or even a rising fire sign. And they could be something about your relationship that's not going that well. So it could be that there are problems or you need to reconnect again. Or there's just some blockage there. There's a lack of flow or there's a lack of trust at the moment possibly between you. Something might have happened that you're saying, I'm not sure how I can trust this person at the moment. I feel as if part of our valuable assets of our relationship have been broken down. So again, this could be a personal, intimate relationship. It could be a work colleague. This could be a boss or an employee or just someone you work with. And there's a falling down of communication. There's a less degree of, the word that keeps coming is trust. Some of you, it feels as though your trust has been broken a little bit. Like something this person may have done that you're going, yeah, well, you shouldn't have. I wish you hadn't done that and you're bothering me with it. There's also, they could be, as I say, a sibling or a family member as well. It's about working it through. I think there's a lot of communication that might need to be done here, or there's a lot of either listening or hearing the other person talk and trying to work through. The only way to resolve situations is literally through resolution, and resolution comes through communication. So it's about listening and hearing and speaking, but you have to be able to do all parts of those usually to make the resolution occur. So if we come up to I'm just going back to what I said in the beginning, Archangel Michael will protect and also clear any negatives. So ask for support from Archangel Michael and maybe ask for him to help clear the issues or bring them to the surface or air them out if there are relationship problems. The next card, number 3, is your aspiration, and we have the 9 of Swords. So the 9 of Swords often talks to us about being trapped into a little bit of anxiety or feeling tied up, literally like the card. So some of you might sort of be feeling as though there are situations that are binding you, like you don't have the freedom that you want. And Scorpios in particular, you do like freedom. You don't like to be shackled because you like to keep a few things secret yourself so that you can, sort of have something hidden and not necessarily everyone knows what you're thinking, feeling or doing. But if you're feeling tied up, it's as if this freedom may have been removed and you're like stuck one way or another. So your aspiration at the moment is feeling a bit more freedom. Possibly all these people around you are making you feel a bit claustrophobic or as if you've got to do what they want all the time. The more people we have in our lives and the more demands are put on us, time-wise, relationship-wise, emotional-wise. So it feels as though you're wanting a little bit more freedom and some restriction being taken down. You might also have had things like anxiety or feeling tense or feeling a bit depressed. So some of you might be seeking freedom from these type of feelings as well. Now, if that's the case, there are many different formats or avenues that you can go down. For instance, you can go to Western medicine. You can go to your GP or your doctor and you can ask them for prescription medicine to help relieve anxiety, tension or stress. You can go to a naturopath, you can go to a herbalist, you can go to a Chinese acupuncturist, you can go to a Reiki healer, energy healers. You can change your diet, take on more minerals, vitamins, go to the gym, exercise more. There are so many different perspectives on ways to relieve anxiety, depression or tension or feelings of dissatisfaction. So that again will be very individual and up to each of you as to what message is coming through most. The card number 4 down the bottom is what needs to be awakened, and it's the Fool. I love the Fool. It's one of my favourite cards of the deck. It's very much about yourself and not other people, and we can see all these other people in here. So the Fool tells us that we need to really connect with ourselves to move forward and to free up, because he's free. He has nothing holding him down. He's a free mover and shaker of life. He has no home really. All of his life possessions are in this bag, and off he goes on a new journey. So I do feel some of you want freedom. It's almost like you feel like you want to uproot and go somewhere and get away from all these things that are holding you down and throttling you around the neck, literally. To awaken this can be a big change in life. Sometimes when the Fool turns up, we can walk away from a lot of things. We can walk away from relationships or jobs or houses or countries or friends or family. But it also, we don't have to do it that way. Freeing ourselves up can come in a different manner, as I've already described a little bit earlier. It's about doing it from the internal and seeking time alone, meditating, becoming connected with our spiritual essence and understanding that our own freedom doesn't have to be just physical freedom. It can be emotional, mental and spiritual. And it doesn't mean having to move country or move town or leave behind people in our lives who we've had for a long time. However, if it's what you really seek to do, that may be the journey as well. Some of you could leave physical things behind and be off running in a new direction, and others might find it's more of a more of a spiritual, emotional moving on. If we come to the 5th card, this is what lies behind your aura, past influence, and we see the Queen of Cups. And she's your sign, so she's your water sign energy. She's looking into the past as well. So perhaps you've had this person around before, or it could be yourself exuding these energies. She's generally very contemplative, and she can often look to the bigger picture, and she's, kind of like connecting energies with the things that we don't understand or see in life. It's the non-physical. So it's feelings, emotions like love, tenderness, support, help. And it's also the other sides of the things like worry or feeling lost or alone. Those are all emotions, right? So she deals very much in that realm. But that card in particular tells us that she's dealing with heart love or connection, or something that makes her heart feel either connected or inspired or activated. So if this is something in the past, it could be a relationship you've had in the past, it could be with this person or this woman, it could be something you've been passionate about, such as a career or a hobby or a direction in life or a person or a relationship. It could be that she is gone and you're missing her, or missing that energy, or missing that flow of life. It could be that you want to re-establish with that again. Those feelings, that beautiful heart connection with a relationship possibly. So again, we're talking about these queens again, and the broad dynamic of the amount of messages that can come through. So each and every one of you will have to figure out what she means to you personally and what message she's trying to get across to you for the month of October. If we come to your next card, number 6, It's the next stage. So we've got your other third queen. And she's the Queen of Swords. She's your air sign energy. Again, she can be a male. She can be someone who just exudes this type of slightly feminine dynamic in life, and slightly older. The Queen of Swords, as I say, can be an air sign person. So if this is what is the next stage in life, it could be that you come across this person. Again, this could be a new relationship, it could be a new employer, it could be a new employee, someone who's coming into your family circle or your circle of friends, or a love interest. They can be quite feisty, they're very much wordy people, so the air signs always use words, so they love to communicate, and they're intelligent communicators. Sometimes energy like this can refer to something to do with written documents or signing documents. She could be a potential new accountant, a lawyer, someone like that that you have to go and see, that you're formatting something with or about. There's also the possibility that this is how you want to act. You want to get out there with this brain of yours and format a pattern. You want to create something, you want to turn it into the physical, you want to either put it in writing, get it signed, get a document signed, get a contract done, or you're feeling the way she sometimes does. Now, she's often known as the person who's on their own, because sometimes she can be a bit caustic, you know, like a little bit sarcastic, and so sometimes her words can be a bit biting and a bit too hard to take. Now, this might be how you're going to go over the next month or two, because you just might be agitated with people or situations or circumstances. So there's that possibility as well. I wonder which is going to fit your category most. You know, like is it these people in your life that are dealing with situations or creating things around you that are causing a bit of anxiousness, that want you to become free, or are these queens how you're acting? That's the difference, the two main scenarios. But let's go to the end card, which is what will be, and we've got the Eight of Pentacles. It's a good, solid, grounded card that shows progress step by step. So for your last card in the reading, it's quite a good one to have received. It talks about being methodical, being practical, being logical and sensible. These earth signs here, because that's what that one is, they generally don't let emotions rule their life. So it's more about removing the emotional perspective of a situation or a paradigm or relationship problems or issues, or you know, the desire to find people or new relationships and get connected and yada yada. This is more about let's just get down to it and do it. Put the hard work in, put the yards in, do the homework, do the physical work, and we'll end up in a fairly good space. We have a bit of money behind us, we seem to have some sort of acknowledgement of successful career, whatever that might be, we're good at it, we're gaining progress in life step by step. So I like it as a card, and I think it bodes well for future planning, for planning of ideas, for planning of your career, for making in-grounds into saving for something, for keeping your money stable, also for banking your money and keeping it just slowly growing. So if that's the way to move forward, it could be a very logical and practical step for you guys at the moment. The other thing about that card, it can represent our health, and I often find it represents the lower part of our body, so from the base of the spine down, through the hips, the bowel, parts of the bowel, the sex organs in both female and male, your legs, things like that, where you might need to have things freed up or any blockages that are occurring, get them seen to, either physical blockages or metaphysical or emotional. Free them up, get some massage, some healing, some physiotherapy, go and see a doctor if you have to, and find out what needs to be cleared or activated to bring more of all this type of thing in. More stability, more money, more career satisfaction and success, more moving forward in the career, so like promotion, attainment, and that type of thing. So there we are, Scorpio. These readings I thought were going to be relatively short, but in fact they've taken over and become really long. Let's do one final card for you guys for October. These are very light and airy little cards, and they just have one brief word on them. So let's see for Scorpio what is coming for October. Oh, wow. Oh, I got excited then. How nice is that? That is miracle. And the energy of there is Christ. So if any of you have been looking for a miracle in any aspect of your life, follow the white light. Bring in white light energy for healing, for calming, for soothing, for especially soothing the body and the nerves and things like that. Focused on the Christ energy, the white light. And you don't have to be, a Christian to receive or uplift Christ energy either. It's a universal energy that's there for everyone. But some of you are going to receive a miracle in one dynamic or other of your life, whether it be yourself, like the Fool, whether it be relationship healing and putting a relationship back on its tracks again, whether it be about your career or success or having your finances healed or smoothed over. So there we are, Scorpios. I wish you the best of October coming forward. Thank you all for subbing and liking the channel and leaving your comments. Remember to subscribe and hit the bell button beside it so that all the new uploads come through. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you again in November. And by then we will be moving into your birthday time period as well. So look out for your miracles for the month of October. Namaste.